our streak going with the second half of our two storytelling couples tonight. A man who's quite the whiz at Magic the Gathering. In fact, he invited Maureen on their first date to go with him to a magic show without mentioning the gathering part. So Maureen was so disappointed when there weren't any bunnies being pulled out of hats. But hey, she married him anyway, so clearly this guy has game, and he wasn't going to let his dream girl slip away. He also has dreamed for decades about having a pug.
Oh my God.
And he finally made that dream come true 2 years ago when he got his beloved pup that he named as in THE, for reasons only he understands. Please show lots of pug-worthy praise for the dangerously daring Dustin Elias.
Hey, how about Maureen, huh? And it's the pug, like the Ohio State. It's just the, right? Yeah. So, let's go outside and play Navy, says no kids, ever. Except this one right here. Because, you know, I had the need for speed. I dreamed of landing my F-14 plane on a carrier. I dreamed of racing jets as they're taking off with my motorcycle. I dreamed of taking Kelly McGinnis's breath away. Of playing with the boys in volleyball. When I'm 10 years old, Top Gun comes out on VHS. And I watched it all the time. So much that probably had to get another tape of Top Gun. But I was going to be Maverick. I got these aviator glasses from Walmart, probably cheap at Walmart too. They were not very good, but they were aviator glasses. I got a fake leather bomber jacket that if I think about it, I can still smell the toxic fumes. Right? Friends would come over and I'd show them my poster of the USS Nimitz at the time, the cutting edge aircraft carrier. And that's where I was going to work. I was going to land my planes on the Nimitz. I was pretty cool. I was a 10-year-old Tom Cruise. Kelly McGinnis, wait 8 years for me. That'll be legal. And, you know, my dad, I would annoy my dad aside from only being allowed to watch Top Gun on TV. You know, I'd annoy my dad with all these little quirks and sayings and things that I discovered. I'd tell him things like, you know, one day, Dad, I'm going to be the best of the best, like Maverick. I'd tell him, you know, toughest job, Dad, the toughest job is being a naval aviator. That's going to be me one day. And I'd be, hey Dad, you know, it only takes a couple of years of training to be a naval aviator. And I think my dad, you know, he got tired of hearing it enough that he decided to take me to the naval recruiting station and talk to the Navy recruiters, which, you know, wanting to be a naval aviator, I thought it was great, but now being a parent, I realized it was probably like for his sanity to just push me off on other people. But these naval recruiters, they were great. You know, they let me come in. I came in like almost weekly, every Thursday, maybe even twice a week, and they just let me ramble on the whole time. You know, they tell me great, you know, like yeah, kid, you're gonna be a great pilot one day. You know, yeah, kid, I bet you can't wait until you have a real bomber jacket. Well, kid, you gotta wait till you got some hair on your balls before you.
Oh my
God bless those recruiters. But it's, you know, it's 5th grade. I'm in school. It's time for the annual eye exam. Never had any problems with it. Shouldn't be a big deal, right? But I go up there and that first line's easy, right? The one letter. You know, the size of the flags over here is huge. Yeah, I got that E, no problem. You know, second line, a little bit harder, but I still did good on that one. By the third line, though, you know, it was kind of hard to tell the difference between the O and the C and the G. It's getting a little fuzzy. By the fourth line, it was all just dots. I don't know. So, as school nurse, you know, she tells me, yeah, you got to go see the optometrist. I'm 10 years old. I don't know what an optometrist is. She just said eye doctor, right? But, you know, nonetheless, I get my paper, and I'm going home, and I'm thinking, like, you know, I wonder if they can make me like prescription aviator glasses. That'd be pretty cool. Or I'm also thinking, like, you know, when I'm a pilot, maybe I'll get like a special helmet to keep my glasses in place. But I go see the optometrist, which is an eye doctor, and he confirms, yep, blind as a bat, and I get my glasses, and you know, I see a lot of people wear glasses, so you probably remember. I also see a lot of people without glasses. I'll just assume you all have contacts, but maybe some of you don't. You don't understand, like, living your life out of focus. And the first time you put glasses on in the world is in focus, right? Like, it's amazing, right? Like, wow, everyone actually has distinct characteristics. They're not just kind of like shapeless blobs. And it's you know, it's kind of cool, but I don't know what to think of that. You know, I just think how horrible these things are. They're huge. They're huge. They like start at the top of my forehead and go down to my mouth. They just take up my whole face with these horrible glasses. But it's okay, because I'm going to be a pilot. I'm going to be a naval aviator. I can deal with anything. I can deal with these horrid glasses. And it's Thursday, so I go to the naval recruiting station with my glasses. And there's a new recruiter there. Really big guy. I mean, probably the biggest guy I'd ever seen. That's how I remember it. Probably wasn't, but that's how I remember it. This huge man. But he's new recruiter. So I go up to him with all the confidence of a almost 11-year-old. And I'm like, I'm Dustin, and I'm going to be a naval aviator. And this new recruiter looks at me, doesn't even blink, doesn't think about it, looks at me, he's like, not wearing your glasses, you're not. You gotta have 20/20 vision to be an aviator. Ooh. And the station goes quiet. Like, hear a pin drop quiet. What do you mean? He's like, no, you can't be a pilot wearing glasses. Wearing glasses, you're not wearing a pilot helmet. And, you know, 5th grade, kids start getting mean, right? That's when they start the insults, right? Wearing my new glasses, I get made fun of plenty for wearing my glasses, you know. 4 eyes, right? Or just nerd, you know, whatever. Didn't bother me, you know, because I knew Maverick wouldn't let those kids bother me. So I wasn't gonna let those kids bother me. But I gotta tell you, that recruiter, that hurt. Hurt. I start feeling my eyes well up, and I'm not gonna cry in front of these recruiters. So I run outside, just across the recruiting station, little forest, little wooded area. So I run into the wooded area, I take my glasses off, I throw them, and I just start crying. You know, as a kid, right, you're told you can be anything, right? If you dream it, you can be it. If you work hard enough, you can do anything, right? You know, as a kid, I don't remember discovering the truth about Santa or the Easter Bunny, but I remember with crystal clarity the day I realized that I wasn't going to achieve all my dreams. With that recruiter telling me that, I realized I wasn't going to be a naval aviator. I realized that I wasn't going to, you know, take Kelly McGillis to bed. I was going to lose her forever. I realized I wasn't going to be a pilot. I wasn't going to be like Maverick. But kids are resilient. We go on to other dreams. You know, I had other dreams after that. I dreamed I could be a stock car racer, like Tom Cruise in Day of Thunder. Or after that, I realized maybe I could be a world famous bartender. Like Tom Cruise in Cocktail. Or maybe a pool shark. Like Tom Cruise in Color Money. But I grew up, and I decided I wasn't going to let Hollywood or that Scientologist Tom Cruise tell me what I was going to do. And I never joined the Navy. I did something better. I joined the Army. Like Tom Cruise and Taps. And when I was in the Army, I was a counterintelligence agent for 21 years. Where he did special investigations, kind of like Tom Cruise did in the Army in Jack Reacher 1 and 2. But I retired, and now I'm pursuing another dream I had, and that's to be a lawyer. I'm a L3 in law school. I graduate this December. So this December, I'm going to be an attorney, like Tom Cruise. That's a good name. And you know, I might have failed at being a naval aviator, but I accomplished my dream of being like Tom Cruise.